Welcome to Golf Weekly and our post-U.S. Open wrap-up show. Joining me are my sponsor partners. Haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Keith Bach here at the far left with the Island Golf School. Skip James, the Hilton Head Westin Resort and Spa.
Perfect.
Gosh, I hadn't said that in a while. And Ryan Thompson with the Heritage Golf Collection.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's real quickly talk about your businesses. What's anything going on? We talked about summer camps last week with you, Keith, with Heather here.
Yes.
Anything else exciting going on?
Just, the time is here where all the golfers are playing, going to the beach in the morning, playing golf in the afternoon, working on their games. So, we still have the junior camps going on and a lot of adults coming out for just private lessons and clinics. So it's good. It's a good start to a great summer.
Great.
Yeah.
Skip?
We've had a real good start. We have a lot of business at the hotel right now, but most recently we redid our main pool at the resort and our decking, and so we're ready for the summer.
Yeah, awesome. Ryan?
Just getting through maintenance season, getting into the summer. Of course, as we're starting to, finally get into some good shape for people to go out and play, and we're starting to get a lot more calls and things like that.
Working through aerification, huh?
We are, almost done.
Yeah,
The
dreaded,
fun stuff.
dreaded aerification.
Yeah.
Well, talk about learning how to putt tough greens. It sounds like these guys these pros had to putt some tough greens this weekend. You had mentioned getting into U.S. Open now. Ryan, you had said coming on before we came on that the golf course really won this week.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's, in any U.S. Open, I think that's truly what the USGA is thinking about when they design an Open, is that the course really would be the true winner, and that the guy that has the perseverance, the patience, and the sort of the mental fortitude will prevail at the end, and it seems like that was the case. Keith, what do you think?
I agree. I think I played it 2002, and there's just a lot of contour to it. I didn't play with the greens quick enough like they were. I think they said they were on a 13 on the stemp meter, and but it's just the way they bring in those fairways for the U.S. Open. I mean, 25 yards, 30 yards wide is just incredible to get the ball in the fairway. And if you don't hit the fairway, you're penalized. You might have a good lie or a bad lie. Like Johnny goes, he's watching it and going, oh, it's sitting up. He got a good break. Or even when they hit in the fairway, I hope it doesn't go into a divot.
Right.
Like on the 18, they watched every ball come to rest just so that they knew it was a good lie or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was suspenseful too. I mean, you even on the last day, all the storylines kept changing as you mentioned. But even on the last day, there was no person that say this guy's got the swing for the win today, or that he's got the magic formula. It could have been. There was probably 6 people with 8-9 holes to play that could have won
very easily. Yeah, and a lot of people with like a Lee Westwood, a Jim Furyk. You had Ernie Els, Jim Furyk, and Graham McDowell, all 3 former U.S. Open winners up there who didn't get it done. So
I found myself rooting for Ernie Els at one stretch.
Yeah.
I was rooting for David Toms early because, I mean, if you think about it, he was a couple of strokes off, missed the putt or two, and, I mean, it could have been anyone, really.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Webb Simpson come back? I mean, it was 6-stroke difference from, I think it was.
Webb started the day 4 back. He
4
started
back.
at 3 over, but he bogeyed 2 of his first 5 holes. So at the time that Furyk and McDowell began their round, he was 6 back of the lead.
Yeah.
So he played his final 13 holes in 4 under par, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And again, we were as we were talking about, you had a lot of multi-major winners there in contention. So you would have thought one of those guys might have pulled that out. I think it just kind of is a reminder of how difficult A, it is to win a major, and B, how difficult it is to sort of navigate through the pressures of a U.S. Open.
Well, like they say, it's a lot of luck, which obviously that's definitely true. And what hole was it, 15 or 16, where he stuck it tight and the hole was located on the far right?
Yeah.
And he went right after it, but he said when he was sitting in the booth, that was a mistake. I was actually going for the middle, and he pushed a little right,
Yeah.
but who knows that unless you say it's a mistake.
Right.
So he got lucky there and capitalized and made birdie.
Yeah, golf's so much anymore. It's always been. It's a lot more about your good misses and your lucky shots, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You watch, Lee Westwood, when he hit that into the trees, stayed in the tree, and that was pretty much the end of his run at his first major.
Well, and Lee Jansen on that very same hole in '98 hit that very same tree, was walking back to re-tee, and that ball fell out like within seconds of him being penalized. He went on to win. That just, it reminds me of Fred Couples in '92 at the Masters when that ball just stuck on the bank and he went on to win.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of times it really is, you know, that can, good fortune can be the difference in careers being made. Well, Webb Simpson certainly seems to have a lot going on for him. Ryan, you mentioned the last 9 major winners were first-time major winners.
Right.
That's pretty incredible. Another thing we didn't talk about before we got to go real quickly here is Tiger Woods. What now? Over 4 years now since he's gotten it done at a major championship. The more time that goes by, the more we start having to question: can he get to that coveted 18 major mark that he set his sights on at the beginning of his career? It's starting to look a little bit more in question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
If you asked me after Friday, I would have said yes.
I would have said yes too. His game looked, coming off the win at Memorial, his game looked like he had total command of it, didn't he?
Yes.
Even Phil Mickelson was, in his interview, said he hasn't seen anybody control the ball as well as Tiger did during the first round he played with him.
Yeah, I thought we were kind of on a return back to old form, but not to be. Well, guys, good to see you again.
Good to be here.
It does look like, it looks like an exciting summer for all of us. And we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Dick O'Donnell to talk about his 2000 golf odyssey following Jack Nicklaus's farewell to the British Open. Stay with us.